Good afternoon on what is a mild, bright but breezy day. It is Sunday, the 21st of September. I'm in the reading Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a box to continue unboxing. What I'm going to pull out of here is a copy of Clowntown, the 11th book in the Slow Horses series by Mick Herron, which you may have seen the first 4 series adapted for television on Apple Plus, starring the incomparable Gary Oldman as the utterly vile but utterly loyal, in a sense, Jackson Lamb. And these stories are about failed spies that have been put out to pasture, given essentially window jobs and administrative work which nobody else wants to do, and they'll basically given it to do until such times as they've had enough and leave. They have no hope of becoming spies again, or being essentially serving king and country as members of the service. However, of course, in these stories, there are secrets and plans and other agencies who come out of the woodwork and go and do things, and the service is slow to react to them, and it often ends up the team of the Slow Horses being faster and better prepared, I say better able to act, if not actually better prepared. And every one of the characters in Slow Horses, has a big flaw or problem which got them into Slough House. So, spies lie, they betray, it's what they do. Slow Horse River Cartwright is waiting to be passed fit for work, with time to kill, when his grandfather, a legendary former spy long dead. River investigates the secrets of the old man's library and a mysteriously missing book. Regent's Park's first desk, Diana Taverner, doesn't appreciate threats, so when those involved in a covert operation during the height of the Troubles threaten to expose the ugly side of state security, Taverner turns blackmail into an opportunity. Over at Slough House, the repository for failed spies, Catherine Standish, just wants everyone to play nice. But as far as Jackson Lamb is concerned, the Slow Horses should be all at their desks. Because when Taverner starts plotting mischief, people get hurt, and Lamb has no plans to send in the clowns. On the other hand, if the clowns ignore his instructions to fall around, any harm that befalls them is hardly his fault. But they're his clowns, and if they don't all come home, there'll be a reckoning. And that's the contradiction at the heart of this kind of story, is that all of the characters in Slough House are failures. And Jackson Lamb hates every one of them. But he is actually loyal to them. He will go to no ends to keep them alive, to save them, and so on. We've got really kind of nice frontispiece here, essentially, with the library and just that one book standing out, bright orange, like the cover. You can see it there on the inside there, basically, with Mick Herron's biography there. And there's a full list of his works, because he's not just written spy fiction, he's written some detective fiction as well, which also is going to be adapted to television and be on Apple Plus. And again, this is a book that my partner is looking forward to reading. Because she's a big fan of books. I got introduced to them by a friend Dave, and then I started reading them, and she started reading them, and so on. And this essentially is, you have, basically, this is really kind of what sets things up, goes back into the past. Before we get on to part one, and part one essentially is, as is traditional with this series of novels, is that that slip into Slough House and its mouldering walls, to institutionalized decrepitude, both in sort of architecturally and personally, that he does every time with these novels. You know, basically guides you around Slough House, tells you what's what, who's who, before letting the action get on with things. So, yeah, I mean, it's always great to have a new Slough House novel. These are really fun. They're really engaging to read. I'm not going to take you through it because essentially, you know, it's a novel. And we come down to the end. We do have acknowledgements and credits and a note about the author to go with in addition to that. But if you've not read these books, they're a real pleasure. They're really well written. They're really engaging. You like a lot of the characters, even though they are deeply flawed, and you sort of like you love to hate you hate to love them because of that. Yeah. So my partner is definitely waiting to read this in due course. So I do hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a role-playing book, supplement, or scenario, in this case another novel about failed spies, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.